Hey, what's up, guys? WhirlXbow back here, and today we are playing some Tess Rogue. This is not Tess Rogue like we played last time with Spectral Cutlass and things like that, and ways to buff Spectral Cutlass. But this is, let's try our best to lock our opponent out of the game with Tess by getting a class that's not Rogue or Mage off Maestra, playing Tess, casting a copy of Cloak, a copy of Evasion, be protected doubly, and then bouncing back the Tess back to our hand with Potion. It's a really fun deck. I do really enjoy playing it. So with that being said, how about we keep the first one and let's see how it goes. All right. First matchup. What's the name of this class? Warlock? Well, Maestra's an auto keep, basically. What we will know the rest. So, for those who are having more questions about the description I gave to this deck, for those who don't know how Tess and other cards like that work, this feels really solid here. Draw a whole bunch of cards off this ideally. But for those who are not sure, like, oh, why would that work? When you switch your class through a hero portrait of some sort, right? Oh, sick. We're playing as a deck where we actually doesn't fucking matter. It's the first time I see one of these in a while. But when you're playing against one of these decks, or when you're playing this deck, when you change your class, right? Say I take Uther the Evan Blade, an actual playable hero portrait, so I feel like people would know it. Well, my class identity then becomes Paladin. Therefore, when you read Tess, right, replay every card from another class you play this game. Because my class identity is now Paladin, I gotta replay my Rogue cards. Therefore, my cards such as Potion, Evasion, things like that. You gotta play those due to how the game works, basically. This way, I get to protect myself, and as long as I don't take a Mage or a Rogue card, I get to cast Potion, which will then bounce back a copy of Tess to my hand. Which then allows me to continue going card to card to card. Or Tess into Tess into Tess. And I will permanently have a Cloak of Shadows and an Evasion up. So it becomes really hard for my opponent to actually do anything about it. Sadly, in our first game, we hit the one deck that doesn't fucking matter against. As much as I can loot my shit, turns out when I take 12 damage from a fatigue card, and it still redirects it to me even though I can't take damage because of evasion, I end up dying. Interesting, I did not realize that's how that worked. But yeah. Also, for those who are wondering how this deck wins, old versions of the deck used to, instead of before Maestra was printed, right? I'm dead anyways, I don't really care about what happens here. Here, let's take this. One of the old ways was you would get the, you use, oh, what's the name of that card? The card that allowed us to win a game not so long ago. The one that replaces your hero power with, or your hero portrait with Ragnaros. Back in the day, that used to make you neutral type, therefore you recast every single class card you've played. So through that, you would be able to pull off the same test combo. To make sure you didn't mill out, because at that point you were playing basically a mill deck. You would win the game through, you could mill out because of Kingsbane, right? Because each test would recast Kingsbane. If you played like 2 or 3 of them throughout the game, you would shuffle 2 or 3 of them each time you played a test. And then due to Counterfeit Coin, as long as you had space on your board, you were able to continuously play, you're able to continuously play them. So that... Okay, I'm good. That was the way you would win. Nowadays, it's a little bit more simple. Turns out when you play 2, what's the name of the card? 2 Garrotes, you then shuffle 6 copies into your deck, and then you play another test, you shuffle 6 more copies into your deck, deal 4 damage to your opponent, so on and so forth. Therefore, you just get to a point where you have 30 copies of the card in your deck, and you start your turn, and your opponent dies. It's pretty fun. I like it a lot. Sadly, again, you hit Quest Warlock, and it doesn't fucking matter, but hopefully we get to play a game where it actually does matter, and we can actually pull off something silly and cool and a very, very unique combo. But the odds of that are pretty low. So, with that being said, let's, I have a hair that's, like, caught somewhere, and I don't know where the fuck it's caught. Is it cut underneath my keyboard? Okay, I don't know where the fuck it was caught, but I just broke it. Yeah, let's keep the next one, and hopefully be able to go off in the next game. Alright, Warrior's a matchup where our combo actually kind of matters. So, this is interesting. I can keep this full hand. It's a whole bunch of cards that theoretically draw more than they are. Right, a gold power on 2 could draw me, you know, 2-3 cards, and it's really, really good. So. Just tore open a cut on my fucking bicep, and it's bleeding like a motherfucker. That's really not good. Anyways, other super off-the-topic things to talk about that I really want to talk about because they made me laugh an absurd amount today. First thing I want to talk about, as I said, I work in a restaurant. Our restaurant sells alcohol. And I maybe should not be saying this, but also at the same time, I don't give a fuck, because we were making this joke the entire fucking night. Face. Oh, my gold panner. I hate this game. Today at work, are you guys ready for one of the most wild things you guys will hear maybe in your lives, if not at least for today? As I said, I work in a restaurant that serves alcohol. I mean, it's a brewery. I hope we fucking serve alcohol. I showed up to work today. I think it was rough time. I showed up at like 4 o'clock. Probably like, actually, probably close to 4:15. I had to stop on my way to work to go pick up stuff for dinner. I'm making steak tacos on Monday. So tomorrow, I guess, as this video goes up. I'm making steak tacos. I'm very, very fucking excited. So I had to go pick up the steak for that. So I threw it in my fridge at work. Punched in, started like refilling my section and finishing to prep my section. For dinner service, that starts at 6 o'clock. 5:30, 6 o'clock, depending when the reservations are. I think today was 6 o'clock. When I got there, we had a group that had been there since like noon, and like there's a couple guys from that group that stuck around. You know, it's normal, right? Like, you're hanging out with your boys. Some of them have to go home to actually do, you know, life shit. Boring, I know. Fuck life shit. I want to take the... think it's actually Beast. So yeah, we got to work, was doing my prep and whatnot. I was talking to my sous chef, we were just shooting the shit in the kitchen. And just to give like a rough explanation of how our restaurant is set up, we have an open kitchen, so we have like a window kind of facing the dining room where we can talk to people from. Like talk with our front of house. They're the only people we should be talking to. We shouldn't be talking to customers, right? Or the kitchen staff. Although that comes up later in the story about today. So we were just talking shit. I was cutting shit at the helm and finishing to prepare everything for dinner service. And then all of a sudden, oh, I guess I should finish explaining it. So there's the open kitchen. On our right side facing out from the kitchen is the bar. On the left side, we have our washrooms and the office area that's attached to the restaurant. So we're talking in the kitchen, and from our left side, we hear shattering glass. So we're like, what the fuck was that? Like, you know, that shouldn't happen. I should have picked something up. And like, what the fuck? And then we see a guy walking out that looks pissed off and just power walks the exit. Slightly behind him, there's another guy that's like power walking out to the exit as well. And then one of my coworkers walks back from our staff room, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like, did something break in the back? He's like, no, fucking mirror shattered in one of our washrooms. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, those two people just walked out, like, shattered a mirror in the washroom. And I'm like, these guys were not small. Like, these guys were, like, 6'5", probably, like, 300 pounds. Like, they were bigger than I am, and I'm 250 pounds. They're significantly bigger than I am, not just in height, but, like, wider than me, bigger than me in every possible, feasible way. I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah, they both walked out of the same bathroom. So then, you know, working in the kitchen, our brain starts to function like degenerates who work in the kitchen. And then one of my cook goes like, yo, they were fucking in the bathroom 1000%, and someone smashed a fucking mirror. To which we all fucking died laughing. They were just like, there's no fucking way. But then, like, you know, we get to a point where we're still thinking, and we're like, wait, they both left from the same bathroom. Right? Like, that's a little fucking weird. And then, again, our brain working in the degenerate way kitchen brains work. We're like, 1000%, they were fucking in the bathroom. One guy wanted to fuck the other one. He was like, no. Guy got pissed and just punched the fuck out of a mirror. Another idea we had was like, oh, they were fucking. They had their fucking hands on the mirror. And a hand slipped and he just fucking face planted into the fucking mirror. Shattered it everywhere. We still don't know what the fuck happened. But we spent the entire night discussing about how two people were fucking in our washroom and broke a mirror while fucking. It was hilarious. And we spent a lot of time laughing about the bullshit that fucking happened. We're pretty sure we're wrong to a certain extent, but at the same time we're like, ah, no, there has to be truth in what the fuck we're saying right now. Again, we don't know if there's an absolute truth to it, but we are convinced we are correct. Two people are fucking in our bathroom at work and broke a mirror. It'd be hilarious if that was the case, but again, we're still out of mirror and we had a fucking bathroom that was out of order. So that's how my day at work started, was having to go clean that up. And then, like, we took down the mirror, right? Because, like, we don't have a key to lock the stall, or, like, the bathrooms. We have, like, 3 individual bathrooms, right? We don't have a key to, like, lock it, because you don't want people to be able to, like, lock someone inside the fucking bathroom. Or, like, not be able to get into it because someone locked the bathroom or whatever. So we did what we thought was like the next best option, which was just put an out of order sign. We took down the mirror in case someone went in, you know, they don't get their fucking hands cut or whatever. Unlike the shattered mirror, also it's like a bad look for the restaurant, right? But yeah, that was a wild fucking experience to witness, you know? I feel like an asshole right now, I won't lie. But yeah, it was an interesting period. And then like the rest of the night, like after that, went smoothly until like we had a group of 55 that we were sitting down that were just drinks. Like that's what it said on our reservation. Table of 55, just drinks. So like, oh sick, we don't actually have to fucking cook for these. Perfect. It was perfect. Until these people started being fucking assholes. It was like a 40-year high school reunion. Right? First of all, 40-year high school reunion. These guys are going to a fucking bar. You guys are all fucking like 60. Fucking chill the fuck out, you know? Go the fuck home to see your fucking daughters and wives. So yeah. So I had my family come by today because it's like my cousin stayed at my place and it's like, oh, you want to see where I work? Fucking come by for dinner, fuck. And my mom's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, you know, I'll fucking make you guys a reservation. Come by. And me being me, I also decided to fucking pay for my whole family. Look, I invited you guys out, basically. I'm gonna pay for you guys' fucking dinner. Fucking don't mention it, or I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Turns out people fucking mentioned it, but that's neither here nor there. I feel like a fucking cunt right now, I won't lie. Like fucking Freeze Mage Tess Warlock, or not Warlock, fucking Rogue. Well, guess I deserve this win, unless he has burn of some sort. So like, I was getting pissed for them as these people were being loud and obnoxious. And it got even worse. We had another table of 20 people that was like someone's birthday and they reserved for after the group. And like it got to a point where fucking like that whole group went from like we like designated like a third, if not half of our restaurants, like, alright, you guys can stay here. These are where you're supposed to be. And they ended up fucking being all across the restaurant. They were like, there were tables of 2, like, groups of that group just, like, standing over them, talking while they're trying to eat their food and have their drinks. So one of my coworkers got on the fucking bike. It was like, hey, everyone for this high school reunion, get the fuck into that corner. Or into that half of the restaurant. Don't bother all the other fucking diners, you know? Which they did oblige, thankfully. But they're still being loud and obnoxious. We'll continue this in the next game. Alright, a hunter. So, after they got pushed back to their corner, everything went smoothly up until, like, 9:30, where we had a comedy show tonight. Our restaurant hosts comedy shows once a month. And therefore, the same guy got on the mic, he's the one who also hosts the comedy show. Hilarious motherfucker. I love that guy. Got on the mic, be like, hey, everybody, please be quiet. We're gonna be hosting we're gonna be having a comedy show here in half an hour. So to respect the comedians, respect us, please pay attention or, you know, go somewhere else, basically. In a very polite way. I would have been like, yo, either shut the fuck up or get the fuck out, but that's why I don't fucking host it, because I would have been an asshole. You know, that's why I work in the kitchen. I don't deal with the customers. So, as... Ooh, these are terrible. So, as it's happening, we're cleaning on our kitchen, partially because we want to watch a comedy show. It's typically very, very funny, so we want to actually, you know, pay attention to it. You don't want to make people... So we're cleaning on the kitchen. It's 10 o'clock. Everyone in the restaurant has been informed. Hey, it's last call, no food. The group was already informed prior to that, hey, you guys are not allowed to order food. You guys didn't want to take our group menu. You guys did not want to just reorder some appetizers. No fucking. And everyone was like, yeah, it's fine, no worries. Yeah, it's perfect, it's fine. Our whole kitchen is closed. We're just wiping down surfaces to make sure they're clean. One person from the group walks up to me, right? Not to a waiter, not to the person that's been serving them drinks the entire night, to the fucking kitchen staff. It's like, hey, you guys have poutine here, right? Can I get one? And I'm like, no, sorry, ma'am, but the kitchen is closed. We can't serve you food. And she's like, oh, I didn't realize you guys closed so early. Then can I get a nacho? And I'm like, no. Sorry, we're closed. What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? Cool. That's actually a pretty fucking great OTK, I won't lie. I respect the fuck out of that. Anyways, we have time for one more game, so let's queue it up, and I'm gonna continue finishing up my story.
Edwin versus Gul'dan. Your soul shall be mine.
All right.
Anchors and hoist the sails.
Yeah. I tell her, like, no, I can't make you a nacho. Sorry, we are closed. She's like, oh, you guys should stay open longer. And then fucking walks away back to her group. I'm like, what the fuck? Why the fuck are you, first of all, coming to me? Right, the person in the kitchen. And to be fair, I'll be honest. I have a resting bitch face. Don't know why you'd come talk to the one person that looks like they want to fucking off people to ask for food and then be rude to them. I'm the wrong person. Are you for I haven't seen a quest warlock in months, I feel. Yeah. So yeah. 10 o'clock hits and they start the comedy show. Me and my head chef watch our coworker that's hosting it, and then my head chef's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go for a smoke." I'm like, "All right, sounds good. Let's go fucking talk outside." That's kind of what keyword to let's go have a fucking conversation outside is in our kitchen. Is someone says like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go for a smoke." So we're talking outside. And, you know, we're just shooting the shit. We're shit talking in the high school. Just talking all of the shit, fucking busting their balls outside. Then we get back to the kitchen. My head chef's like, I'm gonna stay for one act and then I'm gonna fucking back. Yeah, no doubt. We're both having a beer. Just talking, shooting the shit and whatnot. And then my head chef's like, alright, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. It's like, alright, let's go. Like, I'm gonna go say goodbye to you outside. We're gonna have a little conversation outside and whatnot. We were in the middle of conversations, like, yeah, I can't fucking take the loud noise and all this bullshit anymore. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I don't fucking blame you. So then we went back outside. He's like, yeah, this is fucking bullshit. I feel so bad for like the comedians. I'm like, same. I would be fucking pissed. And then like he's like, alright, fuck this shit. I'm getting out of here. So he gets out of there. I go back in to make sure, like, to help out our dishwashers he can get out of here at a reasonable time. I know he's gonna be stuck there late because we were ordering drinks throughout the comedy show and whatnot. So instead of like the last drinks kind of being served at like, you know, 10:15, 10:30 typically at the latest, the last drink's gonna be served at 11. So like I go help him out with some of the dishes and we're just talking and whatnot. And I go to grab myself a beer from the bar. And one of the people who's having their high school reunion comes up to me again. Like as I just walk out of the kitchen, he's like, hey, do you know the manager here? I'm like, I know everyone here. I'm like, no, sorry, why? Like, oh, when I made the reservation for here, I didn't know there was going to be a comedy show. I'm like, oh, sorry, we have them every single month. On the last weekend of the month, we posted it on Instagram and we have it on our website. He's like, yeah, well, you guys should have told me when I made the reservation. You want to complain to the manager? Their credentials are online and whatnot. Go ahead. One of my coworkers who got changed and whatnot, he's in like a black dress shirt, black dress pants, looked very, very fucking professional, like from pizza guy to like business person type shit. So, like I grab my beer and I'm going back to like the fucking dish pit, and I'm like, yo, the fucking wildest fucking thing just happened. And my dishwasher's like, what's the, I'm my dishwasher. He's the guy who works in the line who's, I'm very lucky that he's like willing to like help out in the dish pit and close the dish pit on the nights he works, because we don't currently have a dishwasher. Like, yeah, you know, fucking asshole just came up to me, and like as I was talking, the guy who's like all dressed professionally walks in the back. He's like, yo, what are you guys talking about? I'm like, he's like, oh, which guy? And he's like dressed up like super fancy, right? So I'm like, here, let's walk to the other side of the kitchen, I'll point him out for you. He's like, alright, sounds good. And I'm like, oh, it's that guy in the fucking suit, the guy who looks like a fucking 90-year-old fucking grandpa. Like, alright, sounds good. Fucking walks out to him, game face on, not giving a fuck. He's like, hey, so, I heard through some of my employees that you had a problem tonight. And the guy's like, yeah, you guys never told us that there was a comedy show tonight. It's very, like, rude and disrespectful. You know, we're trying to have a good time. He's like, sorry, you know, the comedy show ends at 11 and we host them all the time. We have it on all of our social media and everything. He's like, yeah, but you should have canceled it for us. And we're like, he's like, well, sorry, but we plan these things months in advance. We can't just cancel, right? I was like, well, you guys should have canceled. You guys had another event. He's like, well, sorry, but we can't realistically do that. Like, oh, it doesn't matter. Like, okay. And we're just like, yo, how fucking entitled do you have to... Oh, no. Before he said that, when he said the comedy show ends at 11, he's like, alright, cool, so we can hang out here after 11. He's like, no, sorry, we close at 11. And that's when he got, like, super fucking angry about it. And I'm like, he came back and told it to us, and we were just fucking dying in the dish pit. One, that he had the balls to go up to this guy and act like a manager / owner. And two, that he just basically told him to fuck off at the end. Oh, we were dying laughing. It was fucking hilarious. But they got what they fucking deserves. And again, like, there's these people that are performing live on stage, and these assholes are so fucking entitled that, like, it doesn't even cross their mind to, like, be polite and, like, shut the fuck up or go somewhere else, you know? I felt so bad for the comics. It's crazy how entitled some people are in it. legitimately made me angry because like I knew some of the people, I knew one of the people that was like performing. He's like an old coworker of mine. I'm like, and I feel so fucking bad for you. And like I know for a fact he cut his set short because like one, he didn't want to fucking deal with all these assholes, but also he said one joke and kind of lost like 12 people that were fucking listening to him. There's that when fucking a group reserves half the fucking restaurant. And then the group fucking scares away everybody else. It's like, I felt so fucking bad for him. Like, you know, I had a whole bunch of other jokes I wanted to tell and whatnot. Yo. Have Kevin bring you back next time and fucking tell them. Alright, sounds good, fuck. But, it's a shit, so I felt so fucking bad for all those. But at least what I did watch and I was able to fucking hear, it was very, for amateurs, you know, like, I'm not looking for fucking, like, Kevin Hart or Joey Diaz or, Gabriel Iglesias. Like, I'm looking for people just to tell some quick, funny jokes that I can laugh at and be like, oh, you know, that's a good one. But, like,
I need a vacation from
fuck, it felt so fucking disrespectful. It's insane. Yeah, so that's how my night went. Also, I don't think I said it earlier, but I hope everybody had a beverage from my story about how my day at work was fucking wild. I'm drinking myself a nice cold beer to fucking relax after the shit show that was tonight. Oh, beer is so good. Pretty sure we lose this one no matter what the fuck I do, so I don't feel bad being distracted. I feel throughout all of it. And just telling them, I feel like it was a fun story. Some of the comedy, though, tonight was really fun. Or, like, the person that was hosting it definitely, like, talked a lot of shit about the school. It's like a school we know, right? It's in the area I live in. And, or I used to live in. I don't live in that area anymore, but I know of the school. I know people that have gone there and whatnot. And, like, he was just talking a whole bunch of shit about the school. And I know that there were some of the comedians that, like, got into it, like, ripping on the school. And, like, to be fair, when me and one of my coworkers, like, when we were actually sitting down watching the comedy show, me and the guy who went to go talk to the person, every single time that we, like, it would be like, you know, like, I'd look at it and be like, hey man, it'd be so great if the people from this shitty ass fucking high school would shut the fuck up. And, like, we were surrounded, like, we were sitting, like, dead center. Like, we just took one of their tables and we didn't give a fuck. Like, we took everything that they had on the table and we just went to go put in the dishwasher and we sat down there. And, like, I had a whole bunch of people turn to me like, yo, what the fuck is he saying about my school? And I did not give a fuck. And I was doing that the whole time. Some of the comedians got in like, yo, fuck this school. And you, like, hear some of the people go, like, boo, like, that were part of, like, the group. Bro, it got... Oh, it was fucking hilarious. We made those people feel so unwelcome. I doubt any of them are gonna come back. But it's fine. Fuck that school. You know what? I'm gonna say the name. Fuck PC. Not politically correct, but PCHS. Fuck that school. Fuck the people that... I have no one's gonna... I don't even know if I Google PCHS, does it even come up with a school? Oh, it does. Cool. Yeah, fuck that school. Glad I didn't go there. People from that school are pieces of shit. If anybody went to that school, I'm sorry, but fuck that school. They're very rude. Do not like them. I actually miss living in the house that I was living in when I was close to that school. It was a nice house. Nice area. People around there were kind of pieces of shit, though. Especially the people who went to that school. I love ripping on shit like that. Oh, well, we're dead. Cool. It's wild to me that I had 2 questline warlocks today when I have not seen. Oh, well. Anyways. Not much I can do about that. We did finally get the last of our pets. We have all of them. We have King Ploosh, Crystal Crush, Devil Sword Crush, and Classic Crush. They're all beautiful. So, one of the single greatest investments I've ever made in my life is buying that. But yeah, no. It was a wild ride. Right. Anyways, I don't have much else to say. So I'm gonna end it off here. I guess I should talk about the deck a little bit. I love this deck. It sucks that we had 2 matchups that are basically unwinnable for the deck. We won one. We lost another. What was the other deck we lost to? We lost to the Hunter. Why did we lose to the Hunter? Oh yeah, that was that random OTK out of... What the fuck did I just do? I'm so sorry. Beautiful. That was that random OTK, that's what that was. That was a wild... I've never seen that, but that was pretty cool. I won't lie. Anyways, I'm gonna end off here. I hope y'all enjoyed today my random story about work life. I hope you enjoyed the video as well. Besides that, I don't have much else to say, so I'm gonna end off here. Leave a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see y'all. Alright guys, yeah. Peace.